Hey everyone, it's me, Miss Mia, your Teen Services Librarian here at Darien Library, and I am back with our third annual Summer Reading Ambassador video. What is a Summer Reading Ambassador? Great question. Summer Reading Ambassadors are a selection of 6th and 7th grade students from Middlesex Middle School, all of whom read a book off of our book talking list and wrote their own book talks. While we get ready for summer reading, why don't you check out what they have to say and see if you can find your next great read. To kick it off, here are your 6th grade reading ambassadors.
Hey, my name's Kimball, and have you had a hard time fitting in? Well, this is a struggle in a lot of books, but it's also a struggle in How to Find What You're Not Looking For by Veera, Hiranandani. The main character is Arya. She's a normal girl until her sister, Leah, decides to run away with her new lover. This leaves Arya heartbroken when Leah won't talk to her or her parents. She just wants to be normal, but she really isn't that normal. Arya's the only Jewish girl in her grade, and that can be hard on someone. And she hates school, doesn't even want to think about it. Mean kids, unfriendly teachers, and just having a hard time writing. Then a new teacher comes along and unlocks a whole new part of Arya she didn't even know about. This book is filled with drama, finding who you are, troubles in school, and much more. And a cool bonus is that the book is written in a new sort of perspective. This book is very intriguing, funny, and very similar to Fish in a Tree by Linda Mallory-Hunt. I would read this book again and again. How to Find What You're Not Looking For by Veera, Hiranandani.
Imagine what you would do if you saw a watch go past you. Ben Harp's best friend has temporarily moved away, and since he doesn't have a partner for a local interview project, he is paired with 2 random girls. This makes him a main target for bullies, but this is not his major problem. Ben and his group mates, Charlotte and Akemi, see their teacher's watch crawling on the ground. They try not to think too much about it until they meet the lady they have to interview, Agatha Bent. She's a professional on interdimensional creatures and drags them into the world of these beasts called sneaks. Agatha, in a move of desperation, shoves an ancient book into their hands and ruins their ordinary lives. Not only that, but she disappears shortly after. Just as if Men in Black was set in middle school, and also if you enjoy sci-fi and slice of life, read Sneaks by Katherine Egan to accompany the trio on an adventure and mystery of a lifetime.
I can ask, what do you have in mind? Hello, I'm Avantika, and I hope at the end of this book talk, you will have another book you want to read. No parents, no rules, no car? Welcome to Charlie's Wacky Night and Wild Ride by Keith Calabrese. Charlie's brother, Greg, is going away for college in just a few months. While their mom is gone, Charlie likes to hang out with Greg as much as possible. They may be 5 years apart, but they're close. And when Greg ditches Charlie for a date with his girlfriend, she's angry. Worse, he gets their mom's boyfriend's super expensive, super rare Mustang towed for an enormous cost. With their friends, new and old, they slowly uncover the truth, but not just about the car. It's all up to them, their wits, and some crazy ideas that might just work out. What was supposed to be a fun, movie-binging, popcorn-filled night has turned into something else altogether. This fun, exciting page-turner is one wild ride.
Hi, my name is Rhea, and I will be talking about the book Consider the Octopus by Nora Raleigh Baskin. Have you ever been to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, or do you even know what the Great Pacific Garbage Patch is? Well, whether you know or don't know, you will love Consider the Octopus by Nora Raleigh Baskin and Gay Pollisner. Jeremy can't spend his summer vacation playing video games at home like everyone else. Instead, he has to go on a research trip in the Great Pacific Garbage Patch with his mom. He is asked to send emails to other scientists to join them, but he accidentally sends a wrong email. What he doesn't know is the person he accidentally sent the email to accepted the invitation. But this person wasn't a scientist at all. She was a 7th grade girl named Sydney Miller. This book shows different adventures that Jeremy and Sydney go on and the different conflicts they face. It's a comedy and a story about friendship. It's a great book for all ages, especially if you're interested in learning about the ocean.
Hi, my name is Nora, and today you are going to learn about a summer reading book called The Last Cuentista by Donna Barba Higuera. You can't move, not even a smidge. You are supposed to be asleep for the next 300 years like everybody else, but you aren't. So what is going on? The Last Cuentista follows Petra Pena, a teen living in 2060 who loves stories and storytelling. An asteroid is planning to hit Earth, and certain people have been chosen to leave Earth to a new planet called Egan. The only catch? Egan is 300 years away, so the people chosen to travel are put in stasis pods, which keep them asleep for the 300 years to Egan. But something doesn't go as expected. For fans of Star Wars and culture, and family and friends, this summer 2022, check out The Last Cuentista by Donna Barba Higuera.
Yared Haywatt lives on Addis Prime, a planet with harsh laws imposed by the Authority. He grew up listening to stories about the Axum and the Wawari, two sides fighting each other for control over a galaxy, and was told these stories by his Uncle Modi. Other than that, he's normal. He has a robotic lioness named Bessa. He goes to school just like everyone else and plays the game Hunt for Caleb's Octopus, in which he's ranked #1 on the leaderboard. Then, in the most important HKO tournament of his life, everything gets turned upside down and he finds himself in the middle of an intergalactic war. The Last Gate of the Emperor is a sci-fi book by Kwame Mbalia and Prince Joel David Mackinnon. I really enjoyed how the authors included some of their own culture in the story. My favorite moment was when Yared found out the truth behind the whole war. I would rate this book 4.5 stars out of 5 stars because it was slow to get going, but once it hooks me, I could not put it down. This is perfect for science fiction readers and readers of the Tristan Strong series.
Thank you so much, 6th grade, but don't go anywhere yet. Here are your 7th grade reading ambassadors.
Hi, my name is Noel, and I'm giving a book talk on Worst Case Collin by Rebecca Caprara. Collin always expects the worst and prepares for it too. He deals with regular middle school problems, not fitting in, homework, getting picked on, but he also deals with something beyond what the average middle schooler would. He has a secret, one so big he feels he can't tell anyone, not even his closest friends and family, because he isn't sure if they will understand his situation, and they are very important to him. As well as keeping his secret, Collin has recently suffered a great loss that he struggles to find closure for. Worst Case Collin is a testament to grief, true friendship, and mental health, and it's perfect for fans of Forget Me Not by Elliot Terry and Mockingbird by Catherine Erskine. This book is written in verse, so it has a very creative, unique feel, as well as having a few poetic moments that really connect with the reader. I would recommend this book to anyone who enjoys books about everyday people with big issues and finds interest in books with strong friendships and emotional roller coaster. Thank you. I hope you read it.
Hi, my name is Maria, and I'm here to tell you about the book Gallant that I read for the Summer Reading Ambassador Program. With a slow start, Gallant by V.E. Schwab is devoted to telling the story of Olivia Pryor, a nonverbal teen with the ability, or would you say curse, to see ghouls. After mother's passing, Olivia is sent to an orphanage in which she suffers for many years. But one day, she is called to the head matron's office and receives a letter from her so-called uncle. Olivia had no hope of seeing her family again, but now she wasn't so sure. The envelope was addressed to Gallant in old and mysterious manner, but once Olivia arrives there, she realizes the ghouls are solid, the walls are crumbling, and a mysterious figure rules over all. If you're a reader who has previously enjoyed Coraline, Gallant should be on your to-do list right now. As an avid reader myself, I really enjoyed the mysterious and eerie feeling the book radiated. Read Gallant.
Hi, I'm Nova Smith. Do you like sci-fi, mystery, and interdimensional demons that disguise themselves as ordinary objects in order to feed off of fear? Well, Sneaks is a book by Catherine Egan that captures the story of 3 6th graders that are given the task of saving the world and everyone in it from terrible demise. Ben Harp was doing fine in school popularity-wise until his best friend moved away to France for a year. Then all of a sudden he's a bully magnet and can't make any new friends. Akemi Hanamura is the new girl in town. She just moved from Boston and can't get along with anyone at school because she just beat the most popular girl in basketball tryouts. Charlotte Moss is an odd, antisocial girl who never really had any friends and was always a bit mysterious. When the 3 children get assigned to the same project on the history of their small town, Livingston, they acquire a strange book from their interviewee, Agatha Ben. It's called the Book of Keys, and with the help of Ben's friend in France, they can unlock the secrets of the universe. When this unlikely friendship blooms into a power team of peacekeepers, they have to face sneaks, which are dangerous beings that assume the looks of everyday objects. The trio also has to battle tricksters, solve mysteries, get through friend trouble, and possibly save the world. Read the charming, mysterious novel Sneaks by Catherine Egan to follow Ben, Akemi, and Charlotte on their wildly fun and dangerous adventures.
Hello, my name is Grayson Trudell, and today I'm going to talk about the book Freedom Swimmer by Chim. It is 1962, and you are a young boy named Ming who is carrying their last family member to the riverbank to get pushed out to sea. Ming is living in Gonggang, China, working on a plantation across the water from Hong Kong, many miles away. Every day, Ming works in the field till dusk, and after the moon sets, he swims in the sea. While he swims, we learn about his family and their struggles. A group of students comes to the village. As part of the communist reduction program, they are forced to live with Ming and his friends. Ming becomes friends with one of the new students named Lee. Throughout the book, we see the perspective of Lee and Ming. Ming teaches Lee to swim, and Lee opens Ming's mind to what's going to happen outside of the country. Are you going to listen to what happens on their journey? Will Ming and Lee ever escape this awful camp? Read Freedom Swimmer by Chim to learn about what Lee and Ming do on their journey.
Hi, I'm Karthik, and this is my book talk. Imagine witnessing your friend getting into an accident right in front of your eyes, but you can't do anything to stop it? This is exactly how Jolene felt when her friend crashed in the middle of the desert. Across the Desert by Dusti Bowling is about Jolene, an average 12-year-old girl who loves to go to the library to watch her favorite show streamed live called The Desert Aviator. Jolene started chatting with the Desert Aviator online and became friends with the pilot who flew the ultralight plane and went by Addie Earhart. Jolene, growing up with her mom, had a messed up childhood and relationship with her mom due to her opiate addiction and association with drugs. Sooner or later, Addie was alive when the engine of the ultralight suddenly broke. Mid-flight, seconds later, she was falling, and Addie tried to evacuate, but it was too late. As the ultralight crashed, Jolene stared in utter shock and terror as the camera went pitch dark and blacked out. Later, Jolene figured out Addie was stranded in the desert, and she went on a blazing hot journey across the Arizona desert to find her dying friend in need of help. Across the Desert is a compelling and honest book. It's a great novel, and I would strongly recommend it for people who love books about adventures and fiction. I could never put this book down, and it always kept me on the edge of my seat. Thanks for listening.
I'm Charlotte Lane, a 7th grader at MMS, and this is my book talk. The Outlaw, Scarlett, and Browne by Jonathan Stroud is a book about a girl named Scarlett McCain. She's an outlaw and a thief, but that's not how she likes to label herself. To her, she's just misunderstood. She might break the little rules a couple of times a day, and she might rob a bank and kill a couple people, but that's her day-to-day activities. Nothing was really wrong with her life until she came across a bus, and this bus would change the course of her life forever. On this bus was Albert Browne. She knew nothing about this kid, only that he cannot climb or swim or do anything requiring any physical strength. But they make a deal. Scarlett will lead him to the nearest town, and then they will part ways. Unfortunately for Scarlett, this does not go as planned because Albert is hiding something. He's hiding a terrible secret, and throughout the book, she tries to figure out what his secrets are. Who is Albert Browne? This book is full of adventure, thrill, mystery, and friendship. You won't want to miss out on this book, The Outlaws, Scarlett, and Browne by Jonathan Stroud. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gavin Wheeler, and I'm in 7th grade. Drew is the son of an army officer stationed in Cold War Berlin, and he is proud to be an American. His father was previously stationed in Arlington, Virginia, about American as a place you can get. He sees the outpost in West Berlin as a symbol of democracy in an oppressive state. Matthias is Drew's cousin and an East Berliner. He grew up around wreckage from World War II, living in a city where nothing is secret. Russian police and informers will rat out anyone for money. As they bond and become friends, they must be careful not to get hurt. Matthias must be careful not to be caught with the prohibited music and literature that Drew is giving him. Drew himself must be careful about how much time he spends with Matthias, so as not to put his family under suspicion. In Walls, a thrilling novel by L.M. Elliot, These two cousins scale the Iron Curtain, both literally and figuratively, eliminating stereotypes and the preconceived notion of other army brats and become as close as friends as possible. So one thing I personally loved about this book was there's these pages in the book that have like background about the years. So like it's like they have background about the background of like what's going on, why, explaining like the book. So you don't like need to know a lot about history to read this book. And they're between almost all the chapters. So like it talks about what's going on elsewhere in the world. So it's like Elvis Presley is in the army, or like music that's popular at the time. It was really cool. And another thing I liked about this book is how it is, you don't need to know a lot about history itself to like understand it. And it's mainly, it tells you everything you need to know to understand the plot. And if you liked Spy Runner, which is a book by Eugene Yelkin, I think. It's a Cold War book. Or if you like historical fiction, this book will keep you entertained as many times as you read it. I read it like 3 times. It's really great. So Walls by L.M. Elliot. Check it out at the library.
Hi, I'm Avery, and I'm going to talk to you about the book Consider the Octopus by Nora Raleigh Baskin and Guy Polsner. Consider the Octopus is about a boy named Jeremy Barnes looking forward to spending his time on a relaxing beach this summer before 7th grade. However, things did not go as expected. Instead, his mother, who's a scientist, is making him go on a ship where he'll be seasick, staring out to nowhere the whole time, while she's finding out answers on this research trip. Before Jeremy knows it, though, he made the biggest mistake of his life that turned to the best summer ever. His mom makes him contact a bunch of scientists to join this trip, but in a wacky twist of fate, he accidentally contacts the wrong person. Jeremy was supposed to contact the famous scientist, Sydney Miller, but instead, he contacts Sydney Miller, a 12-year-old girl that spends her day making podcasts and trying to convince her parents not to go to stupid summer camp. This one seemed like too big of a deal since Sydney lives miles away. However, this book has a twist where Sydney decides to sneak onto the ship to have a fun summer. This book not only has a cool plot, but it also switches perspectives back and forth between Sydney and Jeremy to help you understand both characters throughout the book. I recommend this book to anyone who likes books about friendship and plot twists, or people who like the books Alabama Moon by Waukee and Chomp by Carl Hiaasen. Thank you. Bye.
And a round of applause for our 7th grade reading ambassadors. As you can see, we are all very excited about this summer selections, which you can get as of today at the library. If you prefer your materials to be digital, like ebooks or e-audiobooks, head on over to darien.overdrive.com for all of these and more. Summer reading kicks off on June 20th this year, and it comes with all the usual events, challenges, and prizes for teens. More information is coming soon, so keep an eye on our website or our teen Instagram at Darien Library Teens for updates. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We hope you have a great summer. Happy reading!